Course.
Right before you go
Okay.
live. I get it.
Yeah. Oh, we are live. Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to another. I don't think this is around 30 minutes, but we're just gonna talk about TFcon, and I have a very special guest with me today, and he was actually at the third-party panel and all that good stuff. And this is Caleb. Man, hey, thank you very much for joining us. I know we were supposed to do this yesterday when you was actually at the the event, but we didn't get to. But thank you very much for joining me.
Yeah, no worries, man. This is fun. So thanks for having me on.
No problem. No problem at all. All right. So, okay, I'm going to try to do this little thing called screen sharing, and it's really something new to me. But let me try. Oh, nobody's even in here watching anyways right now, so I guess we're just talking. Well, let me
Let's
ask
just
you.
talk. Let's just talk. How about that?
Let me ask you first. So this was your second TFCon, I think. You went to the Chicago one last year, right?
Yeah. So I was fortunate enough to go to the Chicago one in the fall,
Hmm.
mostly because of a part of the whole collecting thing, like mild midlife crisis. So like I decided I was like, I'm gonna go to TFCon Chicago and I'm gonna meet everybody and it's gonna be fun. And then like I get there and I totally like freeze up, like social anxiety kicked in, and I'm like, what the hell am I doing here? This is stupid. So, anyways, it was cool. Like the realm reached out to me and stuff. They were really accommodating and super cool people. And then that was actually the first TFCon that I've ever been to, and kind of
Hmm.
more like a specific convention. Like this is
Hmm.
the only topic, right? So it was cool. I enjoyed it. It was a little bit more smaller than what I'm used to because I'm in San Diego, so I've been going
Hmm.
to SDCC since like 92, 94, something like that.
Wow.
But like it was kind of cool to go back to the roots of like conventions, and that's what
Hmm.
I've kind of felt like TFCon was. And then fast forwarding to this weekend, the LA one was it was also different. It was a much different animal than the Chicago one because like I think with Chicago, it was like and I'm still kind of like processing all of this stuff too. But like Chicago, I think was a lot more adult collectors like the Realm, right? So there's like a lot
Okay.
more emphasis on third party stuff and
Hmm.
masterpiece and all that. And then yesterday, well, Friday and yesterday when I was walking around, um, it was just kind of a different group of people, and there was a lot more kids and kind of more. I want to say like newer stuff, like mainline stuff, and like movie stuff was really popular. So it was just a weird kind of mix. So it was, if I was to compare the two, like I think I had more fun at the Chicago event because I'm a third party masterpiece collector.
Hmm.
And when I went to the Chicago one, it was like you had the Agabus booth, you had more reveals, like I could see what I wanted to buy. And
Hmm.
then, this weekend they didn't have that much stuff, but they had a lot of like stuff where it was like you could just go dig through the bins, and
Yeah.
find like the more vintagey stuff. So it's kind of, I'm still trying to like wrap my head around the whole like differences, but um I'm happy they did it in LA, mostly because I'm a West Coaster, but I can also see like, people feeling a way about it not being on the East Coast.
Yeah.
So I want to say to whoever missed it, who was on the East Coast, I don't think you missed out on much. Like if you went to TFCon Chicago, I think that was the better one.
Okay.
So I don't know if that makes sense or what, but yeah, it was two different types of crowds really. So
So, okay, so was there, now I saw early pictures and I think you were in there at the early bird and everything.
hmm
And it's kind of, there was not a lot of people. Now, did it pick up? Like Chicago was pretty packed. It was pretty full. Usually the East Coast
yeah,
ones are really packed. How was the crowd different? Like you said, it was more, kid oriented, thing. How was it different? Like, was it busy at all during the days?
it was busy. Yeah, so like and it could be the layout of the hotel too. There's like a lot of different factors,
Okay.
because I
Hmm.
think like I remember going to Chicago and I was like, this place is just it's buzzing, right?
Hmm.
There's people, there's things, there's meetups and all that stuff. And I don't know if I was more of aware of that because I had joined the Realm group and kind of was in Cybertron Cafe and all that stuff, so I kind of
Hmm.
knew about that. Going to this one, I'm not in any West Coast groups because I can't find them really.
Okay.
And
Gotcha.
so like I think on the LA one, like there could have been stuff going on, but just me walking the floor and just kind of being in the crowd, it was more casual. It was like more laid back, more casual. Like there wasn't this like, I don't know, Chicago had this energy to it. You know, it was just like
Yeah.
everybody's buzzing, everyone's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And then like here it was like, oh yeah, Transformers are cool. And I'm like, all right.
So it just had a different vibe, you know. And I
Yeah.
could, because I could actually, you know, really think about that, you know, when I went to BotCons. It
Mhm.
wasn't about, you know, there wasn't the realm around or there wasn't Sharecast. It was just me going to BotCon, you know, to a Transform convention. So I kind of feel like that way. That's the way I was with BotCon is I just went for the toys. I didn't, you know about the, you know, all the groups and everything. There wasn't really groups around that time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've known TFcon now. It's all about, you know, meeting up with people and everything, not the toys.
Yeah. And I think too, like there could have been, you know, there was people trying to get together in smaller rooms. It just it seemed to me smaller and more, I don't want to say grassroots, but it seems like just starting, right? Like this
Yeah.
is the beginning of something. Like, and that's kind of like even me being a West Coaster, that's why I even got into the realm because I couldn't find anybody locally that was
Hmm.
really into this kind of stuff. And you guys have already kind of been established for a while. So I think like there's a culture, nerd culture shift where it's like
Hmm.
you guys got it more established on your side and it's just now beginning here. So
Uh,
that's like crowd wise too, like it was busy. Like the weekend pass people because we got in at 9 a.m.
hmm.
Um there was a big rush, right? Like everybody rushed the Chosen Prime booth to get the exclusives.
Yeah.
May have thrown a few elbows in there, you
Nice.
know.
You gotta take out some kids once in a while, man. Come on now.
Might have bit an 8-year-old because he cut in front of me. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Yeah, it's all
But
right.
like it was really busy there for like you know, a good 3 solid hours. Like people were just buying stuff left and right and it was good.
Hmm.
Kind of died down, you know, for a little bit, but I think people actually went to like all the panels and stuff.
Yeah,
So there was a lot more voice actors here because it's
yeah.
LA. So
Hmm.
um so yeah, I think it seemed like Chicago was busier. I think there was just more energy, more buzz around it.
Hmm.
I think there was as many people here, but it was more laid back. So
Well, it is California.
yeah,
It's a different, you know,
yeah,
California and Chicago is totally different, you know, as
yeah,
far as, you
yeah.
know, culture and everything, all that good stuff. But yeah, okay, that's cool. So did you grab anything? And I know you got me a Starscream, and I'm really excited. I can't wait.
I know.
Did you grab
And
anything good?
I did. I'm actually trying to find boxes for all those sort of streams because it's a weird box style. So I have my pile here.
Yay!
So the first thing I did pick up was the
Nice.
G2 Inferno. So
Okay.
I can I tell a story about
Sure.
this?
No, you.
Okay.
Hey, story time is always good.
So I got the premium pass because I'm old and cranky and I
Yeah.
don't want to wait in line anymore. So I'm like, dude, an extra $20, whatever. So I don't just whatever, fine. So I got in line for the Friday night premium pass exclusive room event, right? And they had been sending us emails throughout the day, be like, hey, you know, bring cash, right? Just make the line go faster, bring cash. I'm like, I'm a con pro. I know, I got the cash. And they were like, you know, you can have two exclusives, two per person of each exclusive. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah. You told me
cool.
about that. Hmm.
I got my star screen. I got your star screen.
Yeah.
We get up there and then they change it on us. And it's like one exclusive per person. And I'm like,
Really.
ah, ha, 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 that's fun. So I grabbed a star screen and then this guy was sitting on the table and they revealed him there at the opening of the room.
Yeah.
And I kind of panicked and I'm like, I just waited in line. I can't get two star screams. Shit. I'm gonna have to buy this guy. So I bought him. And I've actually already sold him. So it's kind of
Really.
funny. Yeah, because I was like, I took it back to my room and I'm like, man, it looks exactly the same as the masterpiece,
Yeah.
like Inferno. And I don't know if it was worth the $130, at least to me, right? Because I'm like,
Oh, that's fine.
so I threw it up and I threw it up on eBay for cost. I was like, I'm not trying to scalp anybody. I'm like, here, dude, like
Yeah.
$135, whatever. And it like sold like that. So, and coming to find out, I should have waited because that's the only exclusive that sold out.
Yeah, it did
Yeah.
sell. I saw
So
that.
I'm like,
You
lesson
could
learned,
have
kids. Don't throw
got. You
anything
could have
up
got
on
two
eBay.
hundred. You could have got at least 200 for that thing.
Yeah.
Probably.
So don't remind me. But no, that's fine. So I mean the big one though. I mean that was
Yeah.
Starscream. So
Hey, he's pretty big. Golly, that's a yeah.
yeah, this is like 20 inches by 20 inches. Like this thing is like it's
Jeebus.
yeah. The cool thing is it's got like the little like peg holder.
Yeah.
So for those of people that like keep their stuff in packaging, they can actually hang it on the wall.
Yeah.
But no, I'm looking at this thing and I was trying to clean up my area here before I busted this guy out. But no, it's a cool piece. Like I don't. I think by the time G2 came around in the 90s, I was kind of out on Transformers just because I
Yeah. Me
was
too. Me too.
into Ninja Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I don't have too many fond memories of that. But no, I mean I think Make Toys did a really awesome job on it. So from what I could tell yesterday, they still had plenty in stock. So
Yeah. They'll I think Chosen
word to the
Pawn said
wise.
they're going to put them on their website and everything.
Yeah.
So.
Don't spend $285 for it on eBay. Just saying.
Exactly.
I saw the prices. I'm like,
Unless you're
pick
selling
up some
one.
money. Yeah, unless I'm selling one, then go ahead. I'm a good guy. But and then I got the flip out. So
Nice.
the yellow banana.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure why. I was just like, yeah, cool.
I get mine tomorrow. I ordered it from Toy Dojo, and
Cool.
it should be here tomorrow. So I'm excited for that.
Yeah, it was. It looked better in person. I actually liked. What was the first one? I know it's
G2 breakdown.
Yeah, breakdown.
Yeah.
I actually liked those G2 colors better because it reminded me of a Sharktacon.
Okay. Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know. But they had them side by side, and I think that one looks better. But I was like, I'll just get this one. And then I didn't actually get. What else did I get? I got the tapes, the buzzard.
Oh, okay.
I was just trying to buy stuff because I was kind of bored. And
that can be dangerous, man.
That's why I left, because I was like, I'm starting to bored buy.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it. I'm just bored. It's a bored buy. Yeah.
Like, when you start eating when you're bored, I start buying when I'm bored, it's bad.
Exactly.
And then this dumb little thing, I just thought it was fun. It's the Zeta bar set.
Oh, okay.
Bar set. And that's again,
that was out. Huh.
Bored buy. But yeah, so I haven't actually cracked it open. But yeah, it's got like it was $40, man. I was like, like there's the throne and stuff. So it's good.
Cool.
But yeah, I ended up picking up 4 total Starscreams for people. So
damn.
Yeah, one for myself, one for you, a couple others for other people who hit me up. So I got a lot, but I'm shipping a lot out tomorrow. So it's kind of
nice.
Kind of a weird thing.
I gotta get your PayPal. I gotta pay for it and everything. Man, that's gonna be a pain to ship, man. That's gonna be a big old box. Oof.
Yeah, I'm gonna be hitting Office Depot here soon to go scrounge for boxes. So everybody might be getting Home Depot boxes as a heads up.
That's fine. That's fine as well. I don't care. All right, cool. Well, I guess you want to talk. I guess we can. I'm gonna screen share. I'm gonna try to screen share.
Yeah, sure.
And we can talk about some of the stuff that you saw yesterday. And thank you very much. I know a lot of people were giving you a little flack for the way you were kind of Michael J. Foxing the camera. Yeah. That was wrong. So I apologize for saying that.
I didn't eat. I had a lot of caffeine. I was zoomed in, holding up a camera that long, dude.
Yeah, I understand. I appreciate it, man. People were giving you crap, especially the Brinkalizer was giving you a lot of flack. Come on now.
I kind of got that as like, it was a good back and forth. I was like, I get Brink's sense of humor, but
it was funny. Some of them were funny.
Yeah, some of them were funny.
To the Michael J. Fox thing, I was like, that's wrong, but it's funny. Come on.
I remember some guy was like, zoom in. So just to be a smart ass, I like zoomed in.
Exactly.
You happy now? Oh, you're welcome.
Let me see if I can screen share this, and we can. Well, let's see if I can. Okay. All right. Can you see that?
Yes, can.
Okay. I hope everybody else can. Okay. So I will start. I just got this off of TFW. So I'm just going to go through. We'll talk about some stuff. Stuff we ain't seen really. Some of the stuff I'm going to skip through. We've already seen a lot. A bunch of stuff and everything. So let's see if I can. I apologize for trying to do this really quick. Okay. So up first we have the 3A stuff. Mm-hmm. We've seen Blitzwing. And we did see some they were. I think they were out there in the public, right? They were selling them stuff, right?
Yeah, so I actually saw this guy in person, the 17-inch one, and
Hmm.
I'm not. I'm a G1er. I'm not exactly a fan of the movie stuff, but to be fair, the 3A stuff looks amazing. Like this guy in person, like I'm kind of a big fan of the Seeker mold anyway. So I, for whatever reason, this design really is cool to me. So like
Yeah,
seeing this guy in person, I was like, this is gonna be cool. Like this is a good looking figure. So
yeah, it looked beautiful. I think I'm definitely in for the Bumblebee. And I saw some people that picked it up, and it looks really nice. But this one looks really good too.
yeah, he's big. Like I mean, it's when you see it in person, like because I've got the 3A, one of the 3A Optimus Primes laying around here somewhere, but
Hmm.
it's this guy is actually intimidating looking. So
Nice.
it's pretty cool. So
That's cool. It looks good. And then we got the Prime coming, which I think is going to be beautiful. Also, I may pick this one up too if it's going to be as big as. I don't know. I don't think he'll be as big as Blitzwing. He'll probably be around 13, 14 inches maybe.
yeah, because I think there's some confusion on that one because I think because they have the 11-inch billet swing and then they have this giant one, and I'm thinking that the Prime is in line with the B and the 11-inch, but
Yeah.
I like the design too, so I will definitely keep an eye on this one.
So I'm looking forward to that. That's cool. And then we got this new, I guess, third party Banana Force. They're doing a RID Prime, which
Yeah.
I don't think it transforms. I think it's just going to be like like 3A stuff and everything.
So I think this is the one. Like, first of all, they get points for a cool name, Banana Force. Awesome.
Banana Force.
But like, I think these are the guys they were talking about. I think they have the metal skeletons underneath.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So that was.
Let me go through. Yeah, right here.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm not sure if anybody heard it from the video or whatnot, but the presenter of the third party panel, I can't think of his name, but yeah, they kept talking about how like these all have like you add pieces onto this metal frame, and I think
Hmm.
that's kind of an interesting take on it. So that might
Yeah,
be. I don't have any connection to this version of Prime, but the metal frame thing kind of seems interesting.
it's a cool. I have them. I have the RIDs. What got me back into really
Hmm.
collecting everything, and it's a cool Prime and everything. I don't know if I'll be in on this. It's just I don't know. It looks pretty cool, but I just don't know if I'm gonna be in there or not. So, but it's RID Prime. That's cool. And I guess you combine. I guess they're gonna do an Ultra Magnus that you can combine with that. So that's pretty cool. Good for them. All right, we got new age stuff, which I'm really excited for. They showed a Jazz, and it looks beautiful.
Yeah, he looks
Oh my
cool. I
gosh,
like
are
him.
you into the Legend stuff?
Oddly enough, I got into Legends at TFcon Chicago because I started picking up the Magic Sword stuff
Hmm.
because I was trying to limit the stuff that I was buying to get on the plane and come back home. So I was like,
Yeah.
Legend stuff.
Oh
But
yeah.
I actually picked up that Bumblebee they did, and that was cool.
Oh
So
nice. Yeah.
yeah, I think the Legends that's going to be my backup Transformer collection in case I lose my job and I have to sell my masterpiece collection.
Oh, I hope you don't lose your job. That would suck.
You
Um,
never know.
but yeah, that new age, yeah, Flipper. He was my favorite Legend from last year, and their prowl is really good too. The scales is jacked up and everything. I understand that, but man, it's a beautiful and fun piece. Man, I love it. And this
Yeah.
Jap looks really good too. Hmm. All right, there's the car mode. Looks excellent. I like
Yeah.
the little speakers. That's pretty cool, and all that other stuff. And you got some more pictures, and then you got the Ricochet. This is
Hmm.
going to be their repaint. Because you have to get repaints out of everything, and it looks good. I mean, I like it's fine. I'll get it, but I love that blue. I love the blue on the window. That looks really nice. Kind of
Yeah, I
pop.
really like the color scheme on that guy. And then
Yeah, I do too. And there he is in bot mode. Looks really good once again. And we got Shockwave, which he's going to be another repaint of Jazz. But this is kind of the alternators. I don't know if you got into alternators, but this Shockwave was a car in alternators. So
yeah, hey, getting a shockwave. That's cool.
yeah, that's
Yep.
cool. I like it. Looks really good. And then we got them running. You got Dutch in the back, and you got the Cosmos. Looks really good. You got a little Spike and Blaster, which I wonder who he's coming with. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I wonder if that's like a tracks? No, because of the blaster. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, that's true. Are they? I don't know if they show the tracks or not, but I would see that. Yeah,
Maybe
I could
that's
see
like a
that some of
tease
the
for that
track.
one off the top of my head, but
Yeah, I
I
don't
do
know.
like this photo because they look so happy.
They are happy. Look at B. He's just running in the wind, and Jazz looking down and everything. So, and they got DX9 back there with Dutch. So, I think DX9 is New Age. So that's cool. And then we got there Harry, which we've already seen all that. And then they showed Ironhide in Ratchet, and yeah, it looks good. I'm excited.
I'm trying to remember. Do these guys don't scale that well with Magic Square, right?
Right? Yeah, they're smaller.
They're
They're
smaller. Okay.
well, the bee does. The bumblebee does scale with Magic Square. Then Proud came along and just screwed all that up.
Oh
The
yeah.
scale just went out the window. And so I don't know. I really don't. They kind of, if you squint your eye a little bit and tilt it, they kind of go with the DX9 because they are DX9, so they can go with Dutch and stuff and everything. So it's just a weird. I mean, they're all over the place with all this scales with the legend and stuff. This is McCoy and Miller, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what that means, but and then we got non-nef. They're doing hands, hallelujah hands for the siege.
Jazz hands.
Yeah, exactly, jazz hands and stuff. So they're doing add-ons where you can mount stuff, the weapons on everything. So that's cool. I mean, you'll do what you got to do, and they got the saluting hand for Shockwave, which is cool. A lot of people like that and everything.
Yeah.
Everything. So that's cool. To give us.
Something. This makes somebody happy out there. So.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I've always wondered if Hasbro would, or Takara would start giving, the mainline stuff, articulated hands and stuff. And I think it's cool to give them switch out hands. I think it'd be pretty cool if you want to keep the gun holding ones, that's fine, but you have the option to, switch these out too. So.
It's kind of funny too, because like with Siege and Hasbro adding in like the blast effects and stuff, like this seems kind of like a natural progression of just like add-on pieces. Hey, here's pants, here's a blast effect.
I agree.
Like,
I totally agree. All right, then we got Iron Factory, which I love some Iron Factory. We got their Dotson Brothers. This is Blue Streak, I think. Blue Flash. Flash. He looks good. I mean, I love Iron Factory. Are you in the Iron Factory? Are you just doing Magic Square? What are you doing?
So it's just Magic Square for now, and I'm not 100%. I don't know much about Iron Factory. I know they do like more of an IDW style, right?
Yeah,
IDW
stylized.
Yeah, so like I think my focus was primarily on G1 stuff first, and then I'll probably dive back into these guys later on.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it is. Yeah, it is different. They're like I said, they're G1. I mean, I'm sorry, they're IWW and stylized kind of look. So if you want that, you have the option. But yeah, if you want the G1 aesthetic, you would definitely need to go with the Magic Square and stuff.
Yeah.
New Age. We got the Nightmare Commander, which is the recolor of the Prime and everything. Looks pretty cool. Then we got another Seeker coming out. Go figure. They have to get their money somehow. And this is like a lighter blue. I'll definitely get this because I love the Seekers. And then we got a Runabout and Runamuck, which I'm really excited about.
Finally got something from those guys.
Yeah, man. And I wish we'd get something in MP style or MP size.
Yeah.
I'd love to have some of these too. Very cool. Let's see. And there's the car modes. Look really good. I think these is from the Sunstreaker and the Side Spot molds. That's good. And we got the DJD. Are you a big DJD fan?
I'm getting there because I'm still reading the IDW comics. I got them all. But, Tarn's obviously my favorite because of the design. I mean, the guy's just awesome. So, like, I'm interested in this.
He's great. He's a really good one. I'm excited. I'm really excited for all these. And here's some more of the two little ones. I don't know their names offhand. Golly, the shocker, the chair, and then you got the gun. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was like, that guy turns into an electric chair? Okay, I'm going to start.
And they got the big fellas, the two big guys, and they're going to form a big Tarn, which I've seen, they've shown. I think they'll probably show it right here probably too. But, yeah, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think they actually, I'm trying to remember, and I'm trying to go back. I gotta look at my pictures, but because I'm not exactly an Iron Factory fan, I kind of glanced over this, but I think they were in the case
Yeah.
because, yeah, I think they were actually on the top shelf of the case there.
Yeah, they showed them at Chicago too. So yeah, they have them. Tarn is already released. I've got him. He's really good. Those other ones should be coming along pretty soon. Iron Factory and Magic Square are just knocking stuff out left and right, man.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, and we have Hound, which we saw this in Chicago, so we won't talk much, but man, looks really good. I'm excited for Hound and Wheeljack. I think's next. I think.
I like Hound.
Mm-hmm. Wheeljack's
Calling
right
my
there.
love for GI Joe. It's like GI Joe Transformers before it was
Yeah,
cool. So
exactly. And we got I'm sorry, Wheeljack looks good. He got the jazz hands also. So you switch out the hands. That's really good. And this is their clip jumper. I think a lot of people said that they saw this in person there, and it looks a lot better than what the render's showing or whatever this is showing. So that's good.
yeah, I think he was mixed in. They had one shelf just full of gray prototypes, and
Okay.
this guy I didn't recognize right off the bat, so he's
Yeah.
probably there. But yeah.
So, and then we got the Soundwave, which he looks good. He's a triple changer. You can do the whatever that thing is, and then you can do the cassette mode. That's really cool. Nice color text right there. And we got some Beast Wars. We got the Primal something. I don't know if I got the name.
Yeah, they had this guy in the back, so they look pretty cool.
Nice.
Like,
Yeah, I'll probably pick these up. And there's the renders, and then you got the Megatron, the third one I think. This was the Metal something. I don't know. There's so many names for them.
so being the Legends expert that you are, or may not be, but is this the first time people are venturing into Beast Wars?
For Legends, yeah, I think so. Third party definitely. Hasbro, I have not done Legends, so I think this is the which Dalton's in the chat. He's a big Beast Wars fan. He'll probably correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I think this is the first time that they've dabbled in the Legends. Toy World has a Transmetal Megatron also coming. But these were the first to show that and everything. So yeah, first to dabble into that. And then we got the Ultra Magnus. This is the City Commander. He's a big beefy guy.
Yeah, he looks cool. Like the design looks cool. I'm like,
Mhm.
that's why I was like piquing my interest. I'm like, okay.
It's just, you know what? You think you're out of it, and then you just see new stuff, and you're like, God, it's gonna suck me in. I know it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good. He's got a little guy with him, and everything. And there's the color pics of him. And then you got this
The cosplay Starscream.
cosplay. Yeah, cosplay Starscream. I'm gonna have to get it. God dang it. I think this is really off. Isn't this? I don't know if you know anything. I think it's based off really a cosplayer.
Probably. I mean, hey, there was a lot of cosplayers there, so.
Yeah, how was that? Was there more there than Chicago?
That's gonna be hard. I think so. I think so because I think
Wow.
there was more people. Well, this sounds bad, but trying to dress up.
Trying, yeah.
They bless their hearts. Let's just say that. But
did you go pat him on the head? Like,
I was like, dude, you used Amazon Prime boxes. That's cool. There was some pretty impressive people though. There was like you saw that one meme on the internet and you actually did it. That's cool.
Yeah.
But I think there was there was a lot of newer style Transformers cosplay. So I think it was like a lot of the Prime stuff, the Transformers Prime, which I'm not 100%. I believe there was a Shockwave walking around that was pretty cool. Had like tentacles and stuff.
Nice.
I was like, tentacles, cool. Cosplayer into tentacles.
Tentacles.
Wow, let's move along. But yeah, it was pretty cool. And then like when that one got showed at the third party panel, there was quite a few cheers. So
yeah, that's good. Yeah, there's a lot of Beast War fans out there.
It's interesting. It's like
let's see, HTB Toys. This is okay. Yeesh. This is an upgrade kit for the McFans toys. Yeah, if you're in on this, I'm happy for you. More power to you. But Yeah,
It looks like if
that
I
thing.
sneeze, I'm gonna break that thing. Like it just does not
Yeah,
look good.
it looks like a Lego. I don't know, but hey, whatever. Whatever floats your boat, man. This is yeah, I guess upgrade kit. It's supposed to be as tall as Toy World, but I think they're showing the Generation Toys.
Yeah,
Hercules or not? Was it Hercules or something? I don't know. It's weird, but
I
yeah,
like how it's on Etsy, so you can get
yeah,
like this on Etsy, and then like a love, laugh, learn sign off of Etsy too. Pretty
exactly.
good.
So yeah, they're showing. Yeah, I don't know what this stuff is. Ah, screaming face. Did Devastator yell all the time? I don't know. Then
He's
you
an
got
angry
Jing
guy.
Yang. Jing Yang. They're doing another. They're yeah. I don't care about this stuff. That's pretty cool. The lights going out of the mouth. That's all right.
Yeah, they spent a lot of time talking about the lights. I was like,
Did they?
cool.
Well, that's only they can talk about. They got the lights on it. That's pretty cool. All right, then we got Zeta. All right, so we got some new images of their Raiden, which is there's the train combiner and everything.
Yeah.
So, um, did when they announced this, was a lot of people happy for this?
As soon as the Zeta slide came up, people were like, all right, it's time because we just went through all that stuff, and I was
Yeah.
like, yay, there's a light.
Now it's time for the big boys. Like,
Yeah, we want people were there for Zeta and fan toys. So like
yeah.
this one actually Esteban from the realm, he was talking to me last night. I guess he was sitting next to some little kid.
Mhm.
I don't want to steal his thunder, but like the kid freaked out. He's like, I love trains. And like,
That's fine. That's
all
good.
right, high five, dude. You got it.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. That you know what that just means a lot to me. That future generations now, Transformers are going to be okay. You
Yeah.
still got
Yeah.
kids that really are excited for this stuff.
It's like I don't even really know this character, and this kid's freaking out about him. So that's cool.
Yeah,
Like, good
that
job,
is.
parents. So
I mean, he don't know Raiden. He just he saw trains. But if he
yeah.
can get somebody just to like something because they like trains, that's fine. If they when I was a kid and they did like tractors and stuff, I would have went ape
Oh
shit.
yeah. Yeah.
I would have been like, oh my god, tractors, let's do this. So they're doing something different. With the Superion and the Bruticus, they had like the feet. They were separate. Parts and everything. Parts forming and stuff.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it looks like they're not doing that with this one.
Yeah, and I've seen those criticisms come up, and
Mhm.
but if you look at the design of the train, like it's kind of a block anyway. So it's like, do you need to add the feet in
That is true. It
like
could
the
have
other
messed it up.
ones? You know?
It could make it worse if they added on
Yeah.
parts like that.
So it looks to me like, I mean, it's one solid block anyway. All they're doing is just bending it at a certain spot. So I think it still would be solid. It's
Yeah, I hope so.
just
I think so.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, that's pretty cool. I'm excited. I'll definitely. I'm in. On Sega, I was kind of upset they didn't show a defensor,
Yeah.
but I will take anything that Zeta uh, gives us out, especially for combiners. I think they know their lane and everything. So then we get the Predaking. Oh
Yep.
man, come on now. He's got that
I
thrust. Look at that thrust. Mm.
he is proud right there. He's
Yeah,
just
he
like,
is. I'm
look at
excited.
this.
Oh, because I only have MMC, so and he's fine. MMC, the Predaking is good, and it's lasted over the years. But man, I needed a bigger. I mean, when I put when you put Zeta Superion next to MMC Predaking,
Oh, yeah.
it's not even funny. And so I'm really excited for this Predaking. About time.
Yeah, it's gonna be good, I think.
There's nothing. They showed Razor Claw, the leader, so they showed him. So I hope they start getting these out by this year. I hope they start pumping them out this year. That'd be good if they start doing it.
I hope so too, because I think I remember we got the aerial bots like the first two quick, and then there was like a
Mhm.
year in between them, which
Exactly.
was a little
Yeah.
worrisome. But
Yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. And then
and here's
they
the
showed
revenge booty call. Sorry.
exactly.
Yeah.
But then they showed this Bumblebee from the movie, and I think it's funny and that Toy World, which Toy World and Zeta used to be together, and
Yeah.
it's funny that Toy World has got movie stuff coming out, and now Zeta is like, I think we can do better, and they're putting their stuff out, so it's funny. Um, it looks
Yeah.
fine. It looks good. It looks like me, from the movie. I like it.
Which is kind of funny that they chose that place to fight. I'm like, You guys go ahead and fight over a movie B. That's cool.
Oh, I think Zeta's just out for a toy where there's like they're trying to crush them. They're just. I feel bad for Toy World, because they're releasing the movie stuff and they're also releasing Constructor like 15 times.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
they were on top for a while and then just like
Waiting for like a red, white, and blue version of Constructor for like 4th of July because it's just at this point, it's like
we'll have Halloween colors for
yeah,
Halloween.
Christmas colors and stuff.
I thought that they should have had. Well, I was gonna say green for St. Patrick Day, but that he already is green, so they could have add like a beer mug or something.
Yeah,
A little add-on kit for it.
Beer Structor.
Yeah, and there is. So they're doing a Toon
Yeah.
Color Bruticus now. So that's cool. I mean, I don't know if they're doing a box set or if it's just going to be an add-on kit.
Yeah, so this was kind of interesting because they had this at the Chosen Prime booth, and
Okay.
it was in its own standalone section of the case. And sorry if there's planes flying over. I live in the
Ah, it's fine. I
pathway of
can't
an
hear.
airport.
I couldn't hear anything.
But it was kind of funny because I was looking at it and I was like, is that a custom? But then I was like, why would Chosen Prime have a custom in their display case? So it looks cool in person. I'm usually a cartoon accurate type of guy, but I'm fine with the one I got. Really, like I'm not like been out of shape about it.
Yeah,
but
that's fine. I mean, it's cool. I mean, it's for some certain people, and that's fine.
Yeah. So
you got all this stuff.
Either way, it's an awesome set. So it's like I'm happy, whatever. So
it is. All
right.
And then we got fans toys, man. We got fans toys. All right, cool. So we showed renders of Superion.
Yes.
And I think he looks good. I'm not really set or sold on their combiners yet. I think they are individually. I think they're going to be better than Zeta, but I think Zeta is going to beat them out in combined mode. To be honest,
I think so too, and I'm kind of in that pocket of people where I'm like, so like Superion was like kind of like a grail piece when I was a kid because I grew up in the 80s. I grew up in California, so like Top Gun, Miramar, like jets, like that's my thing, right? So I never got to complete Superion. So like when Zeta's going to be my Superion. Like these guys are going to be my individual bot mode.
Yeah,
I don't even care about combined mode, to be honest. I'm like, great, cool, combined, awesome. I got one that does that. Hey, look at this. This looks better. It's like bot mode.
Yeah. So. I think a lot of people are doing that, the Zeta, and I think I'm going to do that too. I think if I do get these, they'll definitely be bot modes and everything. Yeah. And you got Studio Ox and a cartoon version, which that's cool. I mean, options I always think are always good for Transformers. So
I think this is a smart on their part. I think that's good.
Yeah, definitely. And then we got Minosaur, and he looks good too. But I love the X Transboss one. But I think this is going to be a little bigger. But to me, I've said this quite a few times, I've always pictured Minosaur to be shorter, one of the shorter combiners, to be honest.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of funny too, because like when I got back into Transformers, I know I'm going to break some hearts here, but I kind of forgot about Minosaur and like Predaking. So to me, like as long as it looks cool, I'm fine. I'm not concerned about scale that much.
I think it looks good. I mean, I think both of them look good. A lot of people are complaining about the legs; they're too skinny, but I don't think they're that skinny. They're fine.
Yeah.
And you got the studio. You got also a choice for them, Studio Ox and the cartoon one. So that's really cool. That's a good option. And then they are together. Very nice. Like I said, the Studio Ox and cartoon. Yeah. And you got individual mods. And I think
the sculpture, they're crazy.
Yeah, they're beautiful. I like I said, I love the X Transboss one, but I think these will be good and wonderful in bot mode. I think. I just don't know about I don't know what they're gonna do with their combiners, man. Because usually fans toys, they got a lot of die cast in them. They're really heavy. So are they gonna back off on that? Are they gonna use parts forming? Because they don't use parts forming and they use them as being heavy as they are now, it's gonna be a mess. I don't see them doing that. Let's see. I think Motor Master, it looks like he's almost ready to go. I mean,
like I was actually saying, I was kind of reviewing the pictures today, and I'm like, I better pre-order this from somewhere. Like,
yeah, he's fixing. It looks like he's ready to come out.
And again, these guys aren't, like I said, I kind of forgot about them. But now that I'm kind of rediscovering like a lot of these characters. Like
Yeah.
to me, I'm not an expert on the Stenacons, but I think these guys look awesome, and I think
Yeah.
that's where I would want to go with
I love
this
that
robot
picture.
mode.
That's a
Yeah,
pretty cool picture. That's just, that's
like these
awesome.
are my boys.
Yeah, these are my fellas. How y'all doing? I got a lot of pictures. Okay. Oh, I went back. Okay. Well, this is
This guy looks awesome.
yeah, this is
Yeah,
Sheridan. God, what's his G1 name?
Warpath.
Warpath. Golly. I was like,
No,
I
you're
have
good.
brain farts and I'm like, what is his name? Warpath. I'm definitely in for this guy.
Yeah,
I had the bad cube one and yeah, come on now.
yeah. It's
This
like,
looks pretty good.
dude, your chest is a giant gun. I'm
I
in.
know.
Like,
You got Beachcomber and you got Braun also, and they
yeah.
look really good. I have Braun and also Beachcomber from X Transbots, but I think these will definitely um, replace those. That Braun looks really good.
Yeah, and
Man.
like they don't even need to convince me. I'm like, cool.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
done.
it's good size too. Warpath's he looks yeah, that just looks wonderful. I'm
Yeah,
sorry, that looks really good. I'm not gonna lie. Beachcomber looks good, and I like the X Transbots one too. So I mean, I'll probably put the X Transbots one in alt mode and put this guy as my robot mode. God, he's so happy too. Look at him.
yeah.
Hey.
It's weird. Like, well, it's kind of something I kind of picked up on TFcon LA, like just talking to random people. Like, it's kind of crazy how certain characters resonate with different people. Like,
Mhm.
there's this one guy I was talking to, and like Ironhide was his favorite. I'm like, oh, that's weird. But like to me, like Beachcomber, just because I had the toy as a kid, like Beachcomber was one of my favorites. So like I'm super excited that Fan Toys is doing them because I'm like, oh sweet, it's Beachcomber. And I go back and watch the cartoon. I'm like, he was a hippie, huh?
Yeah, he was. He was.
I don't
And
remember
so
that.
California should love him, man.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, is he from California?
I
Anyway,
wonder. I wonder if he's gonna come with the birds like Extra Boss did.
I
But
remember that I think it was the TFcon Chicago reveal that they had him like with all the
yeah,
animals and stuff. So I don't
yeah,
know
they
if he's
did.
like coming with like a set of.
Oh yeah, they did. So and this was probably the biggest surprise to everybody when this thing Thomas, which everybody
Yeah,
loves the name Thomas. This is Fans Toys Astro Train,
that's awesome.
and I was, when I first saw it, I was like, wonderful, it's beautiful. But then I was thinking, I was like, you know what? They didn't put out the Blitzwing because they said they couldn't. They had a lot of issues making it. What
Hmm.
makes you think that they can do the Astro Train? And I was talking with Bobby and Greg from the Shattercast. And I was like, I bet this doesn't see the day of light. To be honest, if we do see it, it's going to be way down the road. What do you think?
Or I think maybe they've. So to me, I'm excited to see Astro Train. I'm like, yes,
Me
because
too. Me too.
I've seen everything else. I'm like, "Meh." The Blitzwing I was waiting on because again, that's kind of a childhood favorite. And if we are to believe them, and they were pulling it back because of QC issues and they couldn't figure it out, like hopefully they figured out the issues on him, Astro Chain, and they're gonna release him close together. Because to me, Blitzwing and Astro Train are kind of a
Oh
pair.
yeah, they go together. Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
hopefully they, I don't know, maybe they retweaked their Blitzwing mold or whatever, and they
Mhm.
figured out the kinks on this guy, and that's why we're seeing him now. Maybe they finally got it, like, aha, there's the aha moment, and they fixed it. But
I hope so. I mean, and I want stuff to come out because I really wouldn't need an Astro Train. I don't have an Astro Train as far as
yeah,
MP scale. I sold my DX9 one, so I really want this. But God, that Blitzwing has been out for 3 years, I think, at least.
yeah,
And
and I
it's just then they put it back on the back burner. And I'm just thinking, if they can't put the Blitzwing out, what makes you think that we can, see the Astro Train? But I hope it does. I really do because I would love to have an Astro Train and everything. And this looks really good. It really looks good. The renders look really nice.
and again, I know I'm a very rare person in this community, but I don't care that it transforms into a train or a shuttle. I'm going to use my fans' toys in bot mode.
Right.
So
Exactly. But it looks good. I mean, in
yeah, it
train
does.
mode, it looks really good.
Yeah,
I really like that. Shuttle mode, it kind of looks like the toy. It looks like a box with a nose coming out of it, but
yeah.
it looks like the toy. I mean, that's what the toy looked like. So
A little peekaboo there. It's like
yeah,
hello. Yeah,
so I'm fine with that. Like I say, but nobody will probably display unless you're rich. You want to buy three of them. You're not going to display it in shuttle mode anyways. So you know, I love the train track, the way it uses it also as a train track and as a little thing for the shuttle. I think that's
I'm
pretty
actually glad we're getting a new flight stand and not the same one that they keep reusing for every
exactly.
single fans toy.
But I love how they combined both and used it. That's really, really
Yeah,
clever. That's really good. I like that. That's pretty good.
good use of resources.
Yep. And you can use the chest. You can use it as a toy version or the cartoon version. And he has a grr kind of face, I guess.
I
He
like the Gur face.
yeah,
You
he
know,
growl at you or something. I didn't know Astro Train was ever growling at anybody, but you know, good option, I guess.
that was his face when everybody was fighting inside of him.
Yeah, exactly. And he just disappeared. Like he brought everybody up to Cybertron, and he just disappeared.
So I'm gonna go take a break. See you guys. Yeah,
So
I think this looks good. I like the fact they're giving us chest options too. Like I really like the fact that in the theme kind of consistent through the fans toys deck was like options. We're gonna give you
yeah,
options to tweak your
yeah.
figures. So
Now this part a little bothered me. I thought he might be a little too small. Like I heard somebody say that he should be Jetfire size, and I thought about it, I was like, yeah, I think he should be. And I think he's too small for this. I mean, Galvatron's a big fella, but he's a good,
yeah,
little inch or maybe an inch, maybe half an inch or whatever shorter than him. And I don't know. And
I
Antoine
think,
said it scales really well, but I don't think it scales right. I really don't.
and then it's kind of one of those things too. Is it's a matter of perception, right? Because it's like in some
Yeah,
cartoons, like to me, like him and Blitzwing are the same size, and they're bigger than Starscream, so they should be bigger than a
yeah,
Seeker, right?
hmm
Galvatron, he could be a little bit bigger, but I think at the same time, like I'm not even sure if these two would be on the same shelf together. So
that's true. I mean,
I'm
that
kind
is
of
true.
fine.
Yeah,
I'm kind of fine with it. It's like I got it. I'm fine with it. So
yeah. I mean, that's fine. Yeah, and I understand that. Yeah, he won't be on. He would be on with either the Seekers or season two or something like that.
yeah,
But to me, like when somebody mentioned that he should be Jetfire size, I was like, man, I think that would have been really cool if he would have been the size of Jetfire.
and then when you just said that, I was kind of like, no, that's too big. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, that kind of makes sense. So I don't know. It's like again perception, right? Like I
Yeah,
think Jetfire. First of all, that damn thing is too big for my shelf, so that's a problem. I don't know if I want two of those things
yeah,
fighting for
well, that's
space, but
understandable.
yeah,
Yeah, I was kind of thrown off by the size a little bit. At least I thought he would be bigger than Galvatron. But whatever. If he's going to fit in with the other like Coneheads or whatever Seekers you want to put him with, then that's fine.
because I'm looking at my Galvatron right now, and he's a good size. So
Yeah,
yeah.
he is. He
Anyway,
is.
but
All right, and we're moving on to Planet X.
that's where I moved on from the panel. So that was fun.
You're like, I'm out. So this we've already seen some of this stuff
Yeah.
already. We didn't see. I think there's an Ironhide coming up. Let's see. This is Deathsaurus, I think. Okay, yeah. So they showed the Ironhide, and I like this. It looks pretty good. I think I may. I don't have very many Planet X stuff, but I really like this Ironhide for some reason. Maybe because it looks like the game and stuff. So
Yeah, and I'll give them credit. They found a niche and they stuck with it, so that's cool. At least
yeah,
whoever is into this line, they're getting a complete set. So that's
yeah,
more
exactly.
power to
Yeah,
you, buddy. So
exactly. But yeah, I think this looks pretty good. And then we got the oh god, who was this?
the Star Saber, right?
Star Saber, yeah.
Yeah.
Star Saber. So from Planet X, and it's fine. I think from what I've seen from Star Saber, I think this guy's a little skinnier. He's a little too skinny. But
That's why I when I saw him in the case, I was kind of like the only way I recognized him because again, I don't really know the Japanese stuff as much. Like
mhm,
I know Star Saber because oddly enough, the color scheme, right, and that just always
yeah,
sticks out to me. And then the sword. So when I saw
yeah,
that, I was like, okay, Star. And like I'm not even sure if he's in the game. But
no,
if this is their interpretation of him, then that's could be a little skinny. But
yeah. And they got
yeah,
Leo Convoy. They got
yeah,
the little lion or whatever.
I'm sure
They could
somebody in
add
the
on.
chat's probably just screaming at me like, "You idiot! It's this." But whatever.
Yeah, when I'm doing stuff like this, I know I'm waiting for people in the comments, just to
Yeah,
correct me, like jackass.
yeah,
Yeah. So that all right. So they got that's cool. I mean that's I like I said, the only thing at Planet X I have is their star screen. So but all
yeah.
right.
And like I said, I like their stuff. It's kind of too much on the toy spectrum for me. So
Yeah,
more of the masterpiece. But hey, cool. They got it
that's
stuff.
true. All right. Well, we got fans hobbies. So we got a stuff add on to the Prime and everything.
Hmm.
That's pretty cool. that stuff. God Bomber. Yeah, that's the name, God Bomber.
And he is massive.
Yeah, he is huge.
Yeah.
I mean, the Prime is already big enough already, but then to add another part to him, like Jeebus.
Yeah.
Athena, Minerva. I think I'm gonna give this. I think this looks pretty good. I'm excited for her. I know T2X6 is looking forward to this one, so that's pretty cool. Junior Headmaster.
Oddly enough, that one. So I saw the sculpts in person because they had the prototype there, and I like Fans Hobbies a lot. I got all their monster bots.
Yeah.
That one actually looked the most plain to me, but I'm not 100% familiar on the character, so if it's accurate, cool. But that's what kind of struck me about that one. It's like it's not as detailed as their other stuff.
Yeah. But I like their stuff. I love I got both their primes, the G2 and the Scourge. And I got their Power Baser, and I want to get their Double Evil, their Overlord, because I've heard it's really good too. And their Monster Bots. I really like their Monster Bots too.
Yeah.
All right. Then they're doing a Armada Prime, and they're gonna add on a Jetfire and Overlord. So this thing is gonna be just huge.
I just see the silhouettes, and I'm like, dude, we're just throwing everything on Prime now. It's fun. But
I mean, Power Baser is already big enough.
Yeah.
And then, but this is not off Power Baser, but they're making a whole new thing. But this thing is going to be so massive. I mean, I don't even. This is going to be like a city bot, basically size kind of thing going on.
Do you think they're kind of leading up to that?
I wouldn't doubt it. To be honest, as far because their stuff is really big, anyways. I would not put it past them to within a year or two we see maybe like a Metroplex or a Scorponok or something from them. I wouldn't put it past them because they're doing stuff like this, already big enough already like this. Yeah, I probably can see them doing that because they're like a little niche for people. They're not doing, they're doing, characters that people ain't doing, like the Monster Bots, and all that stuff. And then this guy, nobody's doing Armada right now. So yeah, I think they could probably do that. But this thing, golly, it's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
Jeebus.
And I'm not 100% sure on Armada either, but like from what I've seen from these guys, I know it's going to be good. Like it's a good product.
Oh yeah, definitely going to be good. Yeah. And we got MMC. The only thing we got shown was
Penguins. Yay!
They showed a lot. I think people while you were filming were like, "All right, we know the arm move. Okay, let's do it."
This thing was like a bad timeshare pitch. They're like
a bad timeshare. Nice.
They're like, hey, if you've crowdfund this, we're gonna give you a muffin. Like it was just,
a muffin. Not a chocolate chip muffin, just a muffin.
I don't mean to like bash them or anything, but it was too much. Like
they showed a bunch of slides, and I think, like you said, they showed moving parts and stuff, and it's cool. I tried to get a Decepticon. Lenny, he's a big MMC guy. I'm trying to get him on and try to, promote this thing. But, then we got the DJD stuff, which I hope that thankfully they're finishing all that stuff. That's pretty good. I think the Pet and whatever the little other one is fixing to come out. I think that's almost releasing those too.
I had that turned for a second, and I actually bought the Flame Toys one. But that was I remember that was a good figure. So I'm glad that people are getting their DJD.
Oh yeah, it is. I still have them. I have the 3 that are out right now. And they're really good. Yeah. But yeah, the Flames Toys. Come on now. Let's see. We got the you get a gun with the Megatron and everything reformatted, and you got the Ocular Max, and then we've seen all this. Are you in on the Brutica stuff for them?
No, I'm Zeta.
I just, it's. I don't want to say it's not a terrible idea. It's fine. To integrate, but I don't want that.
Yeah.
I like parts forming.
Again, somebody out there super excited about this.
Oh yeah.
I'll tell you, buddy. But like for me, parts forming, give it to me.
Oh yeah. And I'm happy. Like I said, if you love this stuff, I am happy for you. But I love parts forming. I think, let's say all the TFC stuff that didn't parts form. You can see it. They're already. I sold all my TFC stuff because it's just a floppy mess, And I think parts forming is the way to go for the future.
As far as the animation that couldn't play.
Yeah, that's true. So we're getting a cage for their Jaguar for their Ravage, which that's cool. I mean, I love that scene. I mean, I thought it was really
Yeah.
it's a memorable scene. I remember that with Hound and Mirage.
Hmm.
Talking smack and everything, then leaving the keys. Well, that's pretty cool. Little add-on. I probably won't get it, but it's a little nice little thing.
It's kind of funny that this is a featured product that they're releasing. And I'm like, this is an accessory kit.
Yeah, you
But
would think that like Dr. Wu or somebody would be releasing
yeah,
this or something. That's cool.
their tapes are cool. I really like the tapes. Like I got
Oh yeah.
the Rumble and Frenzy, and I just like it showed earlier. I got
Oh
the
yeah.
I caved and got the laser peak. So
I don't
just
have. I do not have the birds. I have the Rumble Frenzy and I have the Ravage. I was hoping they would show the Autobot ones that they teased the Ram Hornet, at Chicago.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
kind of hoping they might have showed that, or maybe like a rewind or something. Some of those, or
There was a lot of whispers about that too, because everybody's
oh
looking for
really?
the tapes, and then they were kind of disappointed when it was like, "Here's a cage." You're like, "Thanks."
We don't have the stuff you really want, but we got a
Yeah,
cave.
yeah.
What do you think? So yeah, that's whatever.
It's got a key.
And he like had a little thing to his paw, and he can get the key.
Yeah, I was like, "Cool."
Star Convoy. So they're doing a Star Convoy. So
Hmm.
yeah,
This one got a lot of oohs and ahs too. So
really.
again,
Huh.
somebody's out there really looking forward to this guy. So
Okay.
that's cool.
Well, that's cool. It looks nice. I mean, it doesn't look terrible. I'm not a big Convoy fan, but it looks fine. It looks clean.
Yeah,
Golly.
as a
Looks
figure,
like,
it looks good. So
yeah, it looks like it's going to transform, but I'm sure it will. There it goes. It transforms.
it's a lot of
That's pretty neat.
guns
What
on
is
that
that?
cab, but that's cool.
Yeah. Huh. Oh well. Good luck with that. All right. Well, that's it. Wow. So let me ask you this. So let
Mhm.
me stop and everything. Uh, how was the experience in the third party room here than it was in Chicago? What was the difference?
It was. Um, I think Robert D fell asleep in Chicago.
he,
I
he
think I saw
did.
pictures of that somewhere. But
He did. Yeah, he did.
I think there was more. There was definitely more excitement in Chicago for the third party panel. And the one weird thing about the third party panel is I posted a picture, but the Hasbro offices were like really super
I saw
close
that.
to
I saw that.
TFcon, right? So
Yeah.
the host was like playing it extremely straight, like never saying Optimus Prime, never saying what properties these third parties like. I felt
Really?
like the dude was like being
He was
watched.
scared.
Yeah, so like
Wow.
there was kind of like this hushed kind of like, hey, we're not really supposed to be doing this shit.
I
But
did say that the guy was really talking low, like they couldn't hear him.
yeah, and it was like and he was, when somebody speaks deliberately, they're trying to, not say what they want to say. And that's exactly what I felt like was going on. I was like, dude, like the
Huh.
Hasbro guys are gonna jump out of the roof soon and just tackle this dude like on stage any
Start
second.
tasing people left and
Yeah,
right. Oh my
but
god.
it was a weird kind of like, and then just like the crowd reaction too, like there was more cheers and everybody was more excited in Chicago, right? So I think
Yeah.
it kind of goes back to the whole like, just in general, the theme of LA was just kind of more laid back, and I think it was more of a general broad audience.
Yeah.
Whereas, I think the Chicago, because it was, a lot of like older collectors who were going after the masterpiece stuff, like that was more, that third party panel was more energetic, right? People were
Mhm.
like yelling and screaming, and like everybody here was like, cool, yay,
They're like,
yeah. And
yeah.
I'm like trying to hold up the camera, and I'm like, yeah, yeah, shit, I can't move.
Well,
It's
the
cool.
thing, and then you know that they canceled the movie. You
That
know,
was a big thing too, yeah. So it was kind of like, it was kind of weird to me that Hasbro was so close, and I know that they really had nothing to do with it and all that stuff. It's just symbolically though, it's like they're right there, like they're on the
yeah.
same block as
Why? I
TFcon.
wonder why TFcon went there right next to him though. That's it. And and a lot of people are like, Hasbro just bullying people around, pushing their weight around and everything. But I understand on both sides. It is Hasbro's,
Yeah,
their license. It's their stuff. Okay, but you took away BotCon from us,
Hmm.
everything. So now we have a Transformer. Why would you want to, bite the hand that feeds you? I guess kind of thing. Like, why would you want to piss off your fans,
Yeah. Yeah.
and do that? And I understand it's your property and that's fine, but throw us a bone or something. Like
Yeah.
we want to celebrate Transformers. We want to celebrate the line itself.
Yeah.
Don't come in and start bullying people around because then you're gonna start, pissing off a lot of people, and everything. So it was just weird. And and now since you said that, it was kind of like a hush hush kind of thing, they kind of watched what they were saying. And I did read some comments, like they couldn't hear the announcer very well,
Hmm.
and everything. So I can understand. I was like, man, why are you trying to scare people? Why are you trying to scare, TFcon and all that stuff?
Yeah. To me, it's like this is a fan base convention, right? You
Hmm.
got
Yeah.
people. This is their first convention. I talked to a lot of people, and they're just excited to be there, right? Like
Oh yeah. Hmm.
new people, never been to a convention, never been to a big convention like SDCC or WonderCon or anything like this. Like this is
Hmm.
their first experience. They're getting out of their shells and trying to meet other people, and like that was the cool part. And then everybody was kind of excited about the movie, right? So what
Hmm.
do most Transformers fan relate to? Probably G1. What is the biggest catalyst? I think 86 movie.
Yeah.
We're going to show that. We're going to all get together as one big fandom and watch this movie. No. And it's like you kind of just screwed your fans.
Yeah.
Like
It was a slap in the face.
this convention is to celebrate your property
Yeah.
and we're giving you our money. Let us watch a movie for an hour and a half.
Well, it's not going to Hasbro though. I mean,
Which I get that too, yeah. But I mean, like, there was a vendor there that I actually know who runs a local shop down in San Diego.
mhm,
He drove up for it, and I was kind of talking to him on the side. I'm like, and he used to go to BotCon back in the day and sell, right?
yeah. Hmm.
He's a businessman. He wants to sell. He loves Transformer conventions because he's like,
Oh yeah.
those people spend a lot of money. And I'm like, not if you read some of the forum posts, but that's another story. But I was talking to him. I'm like, how's things going? Like, what's moving? He's like, none of the G1 stuff is moving, but it's all movie stuff and the newer stuff. And I
Really?
was like, really? He's like, at BotCon, it was all G1 stuff. And so like, I I kind of forgot why I got on this tangent, but it's like that newer stuff, mainline stuff. Even the Bayverse movie figures, any kind of mainline Chug Hasbro stuff, that was selling like hotcakes. So it was going back to Hasbro in certain
Yeah.
respects.
Certain way. Yeah. Certain form. Yeah. I
But
got
I'm like, Hasbro, you're right here. Like you feed the fandom. Like even third party, I get it, doesn't really give you money, but it keeps that fandom burning.
you. Yeah. And another thing, well, like I said, it's not going to Hasbro, but someone bought that movie. It's not like they stole it or something. Probably
Yeah,
someone bought that movie, so you got your money. And showing that movie was really a big deal for Hasbro. Like, what are you trying to prove? By not showing us, you're being an asshole.
yeah,
But just throw a little bone out. To say what did it really matter if they showed the movie that night or not? I mean, was it really going to hurt anybody? You had maybe a couple hundred maybe that watch the film
yeah,
that they've already seen anyways. All you're going to do anyways is sit there and listen to people say every damn line anyways and nerd out.
yeah,
You're not really going to watch
yeah.
the movie. You're just going to hear people yelling the damn lines.
And it's going to be on a small screen. Yeah, it's not like it's not like we're
Yeah.
running out. It's not like what the event they did. What is it, November, where they re-released it. In the theaters, right? Like
Yeah.
that's where they made their money. But I don't know. I kind of feel like people are very anti Hasbro. Like with the Siege line, like Hasbro's trying to make it up to people, and people are like, "Oh, you're not that bad." And then like here comes Hasbro again, just like, "Okay, cool, we gave you a Siege line. Can't watch the movie." Like now you just pissed everybody off again, and now they're
Yeah,
gonna
it's
hate
like
you again.
it's like we try, we're doing good, but then we're just gonna slap you in the face. And then
Yeah. So and
come on.
yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's just like, come on, man, let the fans like. It's not that many people. Like, just let them watch the movie. Like,
It's just weird. And I don't know why. It's just weird that they chose that area to do it there also.
I mean, I also get it because one of the bigger things, one of the bigger draws was the voice actors, right? So
Yeah.
like, they didn't get Peter Cullen.
Yeah, Welker. Yeah, they didn't get
which
those.
yeah, they didn't get the big guns, but I mean, there was a lot, and I think there was more for Chicago, and I think with it's LA, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah, they're out there. They live out there. It's a
yeah,
lot easier to get them out there and everything.
but I
That's
think too, it's just where was I going with that? I forget, but yeah, I don't know what I mean. Like, and then I'm also thinking from like with my job and everything that I do, I'm like, it's a convention. They probably got a contract with Marriott. They want to go to LA. That's probably the most logical Marriott location. Just
yeah,
so happens to be in the backyard of like
yeah.
the parents' house. It's like parents are
Did,
home.
did you get
Turn on
any
the TV.
autographs? Did you you get
I
any?
did. I met the Baroness, the lady who
Oh,
voiced the Baroness's voice.
okay.
And she did. Yeah, and then
Lita one,
I
I think, was it? Or
the lady next to her did Alita one, so that was kind of cool. And then one of the I can't think of her name right now. She was super cool. Like she was like old and just like man. And then I was like, "You're like the voice of my childhood right now." And she's like,
okay.
"Oh, honey, how are you?" And I'm like, "I'm getting felt up by the Baroness. This is strange but exciting at the same time. I don't know, but
Should I be aroused or should I not be aroused? I
it's
do
like you're
not
like 90 years
know.
old, but you got
Maybe
the
the
pictures
80s.
of the Baroness right here. I can pretend." But it was kind of funny. One of the coolest things was like they had the Baroness, and then they had the guy who did Destro's voice right next to him.
Oh, okay,
Like, so they
cool.
were like sitting right next to each other. I was like, oh,
Oh,
that's
that's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah. So
That's pretty cool.
and then they had the dude who they had everybody. Like the Bumblebee guy had the biggest line because everybody loves. I was like,
Yeah,
damn, people love Bumblebee. But you kind of walk around and you see like all their film credits too, because it's like voice of so and so, but also did this, and it's like the guy who did Master Splinter's voice from the Ninja Turtles. Apparently,
yeah.
he did Transformers work, and I'm just like, that's pretty cool. I'm glad to see that stuff. But
That is awesome. Like you're walking, like you said, they had so many voice actors, and you don't know what they've all done. So then,
yeah,
like you behind, a lot of them they got like posters and everything. It shows all their characters and everything, and you're just looking through like, oh wow, I did not
yeah,
know he did that. That's
yeah.
pretty cool.
This, I don't know if it's sad or what, or just signs that we're all getting older. But like all the voice actors were like old. I was like,
Yeah.
oh boy.
One of
So
the
yeah,
Beast Wars writers just passed away. He was 73.
yeah. Like, and I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
dude, like it's just kind of crazy that there's not. They had a couple guys that did more recent stuff, but it's just like
Yeah.
these people have been in the business so long that they're
Oh
still
yeah.
so much a part of this. Like no new blood has really come to replace them. It's kind of funny. So
And it's going to be. I wonder how. Man, it's going to be pretty bad when either Welker or Colin passes. Man, it's going to be a big. It's
yeah,
going to be all over Facebook. I can tell you that right now.
I heard something like Colin's doing like some kind of event where it's like it's like $200 and you get into a panel with them, and then it's like some kind of I think somebody was talking about like some kind of lunch, like you get to have lunch with Peter Cullen, right? And I'm like,
Okay.
dude, if I had lunch with Peter Cullen, I would ask him to like name everything at the table. Be like, "What's that?" Say ketchup.
I got.
Say
I,
French fry. Say, come on, do the prime voice and French fry, and let's see what happens.
See French fry prom voice. I got to meet him actually. I met him 3 times at the BotCons, and
Oh, very cool.
one of the BotCons in 2010 down in Florida. Uh, they had a concert with a stand push and everything. It had a little special
Oh,
event.
cool. Cool.
And he was off to the side. He was smoking or something over there on the side, and I was over there. And I yelled for him. I was like, Mr. Cullen, can I talk and everything? So I got my picture taken with him at that
Oh,
event.
very cool.
I put it on Facebook and everything. It's really cool.
Oh,
And
very cool.
he's really nice. I mean, just a wonderful man. He's really nice. He appreciates his fans. He's like a grandfather figure, or a father figure, everything. So
Mm-hmm.
really nice guy and everything. I've never met Welker. I would love to meet Welker one time, hopefully before he passes and everything. But yeah, it's cool, and all the voice actors and everything. So one last thing, I guess, so we'll get out here. We've been here longer than 30 minutes.
Yeah. Sorry.
But no, I loved. I had a great time. Thank you so much for coming. What if would you? Let me say. Let me reword this. I'm trying to ask this. So you had a better experience at Chicago and everything. Do you hope they come back to LA again?
Yes. Yeah. So, I again, I think my experience was different in Chicago just because I'm a different type of collector, right? I'm going after the third party masterpiece stuff.
Yeah.
and plus there was more realm people there, so it's like more like-minded people were there for me that I could hang out with, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
Do I want to get into that camp like LA sucks, Chicago's better? No, because I'm happy that there was one in LA because it catered to, I don't say cater, but it appealed to a different set of fans, right? So it's like people who, and I think going back to what I said earlier, I think it's still growing out here on the West Coast because it's really hard to find fellow collectors and fellow people who are into this kind of thing. We're still scattered. I
Yeah.
think it's more cohesive on the East Coast. We're scattered here. So like I'm hoping in the future that TFcon, to me, they're still going through some growing pains as a conference/convention, So I'm
Mm-hmm.
hoping as an organization, they grow up to be a little bit bigger to where they can do an East Coast, West Coast, and
Yeah.
that the West Coast will. I'm hoping it was successful enough for them to come back because we need to kind of kickstart that growth here, right? Like,
Right. Got you.
come back a couple times. If your third one sucks, yeah, that's our fault. We don't care. But
Yeah.
if this one was the test and like it wasn't that successful, try again. Like you got to get the word out. Like you got
Yeah.
to build this up. We got to build up the community out here on the West Coast. So
Exactly. I think they could do. I was hoping a lot of people are hoping that they said they were going to announce an East Coast show, but I think they could do 2 shows, actually 3 shows. They do one in Toronto. That's the main one to do.
screw those people in Canada.
Canada, no. But I think definitely they could do a West Coast and East Coast. Even Miss Cheryl, she's in the chat. She said come to Texas. I would love if they did one in
Yeah,
Dallas. I would
yeah.
love for Dallas.
I
That's
mean,
5 hour drive for me, so I think they could do
yeah,
one. I would love maybe St. Louis, even central, in the states and everything. I think that'd be pretty cool.
yeah.
Um,
I
they
mean, for
definitely.
me, it was in LA, right? I'm down in San Diego. I hate LA as a native San Diegan. So like, driving up, it should have been 2 hours. It turned into a 4-hour trek. But like, I'm Texas. I'll go to Texas. Like,
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
that's. I'm hoping that the organization of TFcon itself grows to where they can branch out. So I think it's kind of like the epiphany that I had over the weekend. I was like, I think we as fans, like, it's quick to criticize and tell them like, oh, you guys suck. But it's like they're doing something for all of us. We gotta
Mhm.
try to help them along too. Like,
Yeah. That's true.
you know,
That's true. You got what you wanted. Go support it. And everything. And I'm
yeah,
happy. Like a lot of people are upset over here in East Coast. Like, why are you going over there? Like, they've been over here for 5 years. It's time. It's due.
yeah.
To go out to California. Everybody deserves to have a chance to go.
And that's another thing too. I can't be selfish too because I'm like, because at first I was like, yeah, West Coast, but then I'm like, it started on the East Coast. I understand why people feel that way.
Yeah.
That's where you guys grew it. It became a thing. Now they're trying to branch out, and I'm hoping as an organization they get better, more organized, and they can do it in hell 3 different spots. That would be cool. But
Yeah. I think that would be. I think they could really do. I mean, I think they could support 3 shows and everything.
yeah,
And Antoine said, yeah, they'll be showing. They'll be giving the next location at the closing ceremony, which should be a couple hours from now.
I
I
may
think.
have heard a couple rumors about that, but
What's that?
people.
Well, what's the rumor? I heard it's in Chicago again next year.
That's what most of the buzz on the floor was. So there's a lot of people that were kind of like Chicago, like yeah, it was like the whisper, right? So
Okay.
um,
I wish they
we'll
go back
see.
to Reston. I wish they would go back to the Reston, Virginia. It was a great show. A lot of people. I think they've had the most walk-ins in the TFCon history. I think I wish they would go back. Or Charlotte. Charlotte was a really wonderful one too. That was a fun one. But I would love for them to go back to Reston, Virginia. I think that would be a great spot to go back again. So, but that's just me.
The point is, I guess the thing is, we as Transformers fans have a con, and we should support it. So I
Oh
don't know,
yeah,
but
definitely,
maybe
definitely.
that's a little too hippie. Maybe that's a little too
Y'all are a bunch of hippies out
Californian.
there and everything. So, you got anything else to say or anything like that? Once again, thank you so much for taking time. I know we were supposed to
Yeah,
do this yesterday and everything, and I really want to say thank you so much for taking time to come onto my little show and everything. I really appreciate it, man.
you're one of my favorites, Matt. So I'm
Oh,
happy to help out. No, I mean, no, I think it was. Thanks for having me on. Like, Thanks for working with the time difference and the time schedules and stuff. But yeah, I think overall it was good. So we got some good reveals. I'm happy about it. People will calm down in the Facebook groups and whatnot soon enough.
Oh yeah, they'll get over it. They'll have to. And you're going to be on Enter the Realm tomorrow night. That's on the ROC, the Realm of Collectors.
I will be. So I'm kind of
Look at you.
I know. Look at me. I'm that weird West Coast guy. But speaking of that, real quick, it was also cool to meet up with some of the West Coast Realm guys, which I didn't know there was as many. And then so like Esteban and Lance, those guys got to hook up. And then
dude, yep.
I was trying to find people, but apparently I'm not very good at the social medias. So like my news feed was crapping out on me on site. So like I saw a lot of other people posting. I'm like, shit, I should have said hi. But yeah, no, it was fun. So yeah, and then the group reached out to me, so I'll be probably saying the exact same things on Enter the Realm.
Nice.
Tomorrow night. So.
Cheryl, she said she likes your little man cave. It's a man garage, I guess.
It's a man garage.
Man garage.
But that's how we do it on the West Coast. We don't have basements. We have garages.
Yeah, we don't have basements either. It's very seldom we have because of flooding and stuff and everything. And we don't have that. But
I'll be on the ground during the next earthquake. So you guys reach out for collector's insurance because.
Awesome. Well, dude, like I said, man, thank you so much for like I said, we were supposed to do it yesterday and just couldn't work it out and everything. I had family and all that stuff, and you were at the con and all that good stuff and everything. And I'm glad you got to go. I'm glad you had a good time and you made it safe back home and everything. I want to thank everybody that came in and watched and everything. I hope you liked this. I had a really great time. Go down and hit that like button. It really helps the channel out and all that good stuff. And once again, go check this guy out on Enter the Realm tomorrow night. They're on the Realm of Collectors. And a bunch of really good guys and everything. And it should be a good conversation. It's going to be a long conversation about that stuff. All right. So I guess I'll see you on the next, well, it won't be the TFcon thing, but I guess next around 30 minutes or something. I'm going to have this guy back on for a proper around 30 minutes. So you get to know him even a little better. Okay. All right. Well, I guess I'll see y'all. And as always, Hell Hasbro and good night, folks. All right. Stop broadcast.